topic is finding the sum of an infinite geometric series. Please pause and write down this formula. The formula is t sub 1, which is the first term in your sequence or series. R represents the common ratio. So this is your common ratio. And this is your term 1. Be careful that you have to have a common ratio from -1 to 1. If it is out of that range, then no sum is possible. So let's go on to our first example. Our geometric series starts off with term 1 being 3, term 2 being 1.2, term 3 being 0.48, term 4 is 1.192. And then this series goes on forever. And we want to find out what does it converge to for a sum. And that's our unknown. So we're approximating what it comes very close to. So we're going to use the formula on the previous slide right here. S equals t sub 1 over 1 minus r. So we have to find out a couple things. What is term 1 and what is the common ratio? So let's start off with the common ratio. So we're going to take term 2 and divide it by term 1. And you can leave it as a fraction if you'd like, or you can change it to a decimal. So 1.2 divided by 3 is 0.4. So there's my common ratio. The other thing is identify the term 1. Term 1 is 3. Now we're going to put these two pieces into the sum formula. So term 1 is 3. The common ratio is 0.4. And now we simplify that. So 3 over 1 minus 0.4 is 0.6. And now 3 divided by 0.6 is 5. So the sum of this series is about 5. Now remember, this does go on forever, but it's converging to 5. Let's go up and check it now. Let's add 3 plus 1.2 plus 0.48 plus 0.192. We're at about 4.872. Now again, the series does go on forever. Let's just do one more of these. Find the sum of this geometric series. Now it's in sigma notation. So our first term is where we're going to start substituting into the explicit formula. And then this notation represents it goes on forever. So we're going to find the first term. So we're going to substitute 0 in for k, because this is our explicit formula. So 1/10 to the 0 power is 1. And then we're going to find term 2. So we'll substitute 1 in for k. Well, 1/10 to the 1 power is 1/10, or 0.1 in our calculator. Why we had to know term 1 and term 2 is to find that common ratio. So we take term 2, which is 0.1, and divide it by 1. 0.1 divided by 1 is 0.1. Now we can go ahead and substitute it into the formula. Term 1 is 0.1. 1 minus r, common ratio is 0.1. 0.1 divided by 0.9 is a sum of 0.1 repeating.